call this fool. Hop on my stream. I'm about to tell you. I'm on stream right now. I'm about to tell you what PC to get. I'm about to explain this shit to you, bro, on stream. What's good? He's ugly as hell. He ugly as hell, but nah. Tell your brother to hop on the stream because I'm only explaining this once. Alright, hop on. One of my supporters wants to know what PC to get because he wants to do GTA roleplay, which is a big game. And you can't just get any PC, any $500 PC. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna run good. So I'm gonna talk about what price range and what PCs he should get because he's not old enough to get a job. All right, so look, bro, you on the stream? I'm about to tell you right now. Um, I'm about to tell you right now how to do this shit. So look, you want a PC, a cheap PC that you could play GTA roleplay. Listen, you don't want any of these PCs right here, and I'm gonna tell you why. Intel Core i3s. First off, the i3s isn't really a good uh Intel Core processor. You want like a Intel i9 or i8. But listen, um, Intels run hot. This shit's gonna burn up in your PC, and you don't want that because then your PC is gonna malfunction. It's gonna fuck up. What you want is a processor that is you want a AMD Ryzen 5600. If you could find one, there's cheap ones. It ain't gonna be 1500 every time, but if you can find a PC that has an AMD Ryzen 5600 or just an AMD Ryzen, them processors don't run hot. It's gonna be good for your PC. All right, so look, you want to look for that on your PC. Now the graphics card, that's where you really gotta, cause you want to play GTA role playing shit. So that's where you really want to pay attention to the graphics card. So let's look at the graphics card. The GeForce RTX 3060 is like you won't have to upgrade your graphics card for about 5 6 years. Like they got graphics cards that are like we'll say you see 1650. They got 1080p graphics cards. You just want a graphics card. You can get a 1080p graphics card, but if you're gonna be doing GTA roleplay and them big games and shit, you just want something more than just 1080p so your PC can run that. Um, so yeah, make sure you can get like a 3050, a 30. Just make sure it's in the threes. It might be pricey, or you can get like a 2600. It just depends. So you want this right here, 12 gigabytes. Now for your data, if you want to be able to play a whole bunch of games, you got to make sure your SSD terabyte, I mean your SSD card is at least a 1 terabyte. I mean you can get a 500 gigabyte SSD, but that's just like having a regular game system, a regular P4. And you know how it is with Call of Duty. 500 gigabytes is the whole fucking Call of Duty. So you definitely don't want that. You don't want the Intels because they run hot. You want an AMD Ryzen and you want a GeForce RTX 3060, preferably a 16 gigabyte, but I got the 12 gigabyte because I mean the 1 terabyte really is what you need for the SSD. So boom, that's pretty much all you need. Just look for this right here. Look for these decent graphic cards, GeForce RTX, and you should be good to go, bro. Um, you hopped on the stream, then you hopped off, but you know, But let's look at the cheaper PCs. Let's just look, man. I mean, it's already loaded high. They don't have much on here anymore because everybody done bought all these shits. Like, you don't want a 500 gigabyte SSD. Like, just think of this right here. Just think of GeForce, GTX. Just think of this right here as like 1080p. Yeah, they're expensive, bro. But you gotta understand what I'm saying. Like, if you can get a cheap PC, but it's not gonna run the games how you want them. Like, your game's gonna be lagging, and I'm sure you want to stream it and shit. Like, your processor gotta be right, and just everything gotta be right. Don't get the Intels; those are trash. They run hot. They're gonna burn up your PC. Oh yeah, and this is another thing for your PCs. I'm gonna move it just a little bit so y'all can see it. These right here, I got 3 fans in the front. If for your PC, what you want to look for in a PC is these vents right here. You want a PC that has a vent. Don't get them glass case PCs. I know they look nice, but if you get a glass case PC and it has a glass in the front and a glass on the side and a glass in the back, that's gonna make your PC burn the fuck up and your game's gonna lag and it's gonna do a whole bunch of shit. Your PC's just gonna run hot. You want a PC that has airflow in the front, airflow in the back. I mean in the front and airflow in the back. I'm saying you want a PC that has at least 3 fans. I got 4 fans. I got 3 in the front, 1 inside, and it's just perfect airflow. I got vents in the back, vents at the top, vents in the front, and it still looks sweet. So make sure you look for just make sure you look for a PC that just runs smooth. One, make sure it has good ventilation. Vents on the top, vents in the front, vents in the back. Um the second thing you want to look for is the processor. Don't get an Intel processor cuz they run hot. You don't want that shit. You don't want that shit at all. Um for the processor, you want an AMD Ryzen 5600. You know what I mean? I really don't know much about PCs. I had to do my own research. But yeah, just make sure your graphics card right here. Make sure that shit's like a 3060. It might be pricey, but these are the only ones that are up here right now. I mean, if you want to get a PC that runs, you can run this shit, but don't get this shit. This shit right here has a glass case. That shit's gonna burn the fuck up. The only ventilation I see in this PC is up top right here and in the back. And in the back, they got them little vents right here. Don't get that shit right here. That shit ain't even a window. That shit's just cased up. You want shit that this right here might be your go-to right here. To be honest, John, this shit right here. And I'm doing this little video for you. This shit or this shit. I mean, but I'm telling you, like this shit, I'm telling you, you're not gonna be able to run a whole bunch of games that you want on a PC, job. I mean, it's just yeah, man. So if you want a cheap PC that's gonna run GTA roleplay, I know you're young, you can't get a job. I would suggest get the Cronus Mini. I mean, but you don't want that because the Intel runs hot. Like you want one of these. I'm telling you, you want one of these. I mean, the Intel's fine. They just run hot. You know what I mean? So just figure it out. I would say, yeah, man. That's all I can tell you. But look for the ventilation. Three, three, 3 fans in the front. Make sure there's a vent. Make sure there's a vent in the front for good ventilation so your PC doesn't burn the fuck up and it runs smooth. Vents in the top, vents in the back. 3 to 4 fans. Make sure it has 3 to 4 fans in it. It should show everything that's on there. It shows it. Like we're looking in here, it shows it. 4 fans. Boom. Your RAM 16 gigabytes. That's perfect. Graphics GeForce RTX 3060. Like, but yeah, I really don't know much about PCs, but I do know a little bit, and that's what got me here. So yeah, man, I'm gonna end this stream. I'm saying I just put y'all on game because people be nervous about pre-built PCs because for real, you're supposed to build your own PC. It's a lot cheaper, but if you don't even know how to build a PC, plus you young, you probably ain't gonna know how to do it or know somebody that wants to build it for you. So I mean, it's not hard, but yeah, man, if feel me, just you got any questions, John, just let me know. And get a PC from Skytechgaming. I'm not sponsored or nothing. They really should sponsor me, but you know, just email me. I'm saying washhigh69 at icloud.com. I'm trying to be sponsored. And we out. And we out.